All right. Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing really good. Yeah. So I know that a couple weeks ago we talked about this feeling of n- distrust, like we have the last several weeks, and things that you incorporate moving forward. Can you tell me a little bit about how that's been going for you?
I've been thinking about the example you gave me of thinking the reason why
Hmm.
um I kind of don't trust people, what led up to it. It's helped me kind of focus on, is it reality or fiction? And is it warranted for me to kind of be upset at this person or distrust them?
Hmm.
Um, so it's kind of just got me thinking
Okay.
a little bit more about how I approach situations.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. And how would you rate that? Being able to slow down, take a step back, and really I guess pause to reflect on, the situation and not feeling so wrapped up in it in the moment. How would you rate? How would you say that's going for you?
Um, I think it's going well. Sometimes I have setbacks, but I think for the
Hmm.
most part, I try to use the
Hmm.
skills that you've taught me.
Yeah. So being able to really sit there and understand that it's a work in progress. It's not going to be perfect the first time, not going to be perfect the second time, but each time getting a little bit better and catching yourself and hopefully through reps and being practice, you'll be able to get there.
hmm I agree.
Absolutely.
I think so. I think it's a good um, step in the right direction for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we come up to a close here soon, with our sessions, I just want to get a general idea of what you know, um, how would you how would you say that over the last several weeks that you've you know really would you say that you felt like maybe your anxiety of your boyfriend checking the phone, or you're feeling like your parents are against you? How would you say that that's been?
Um, well, I kind of had an incident with my family, and
Hmm.
I kind of used the skills that you taught me about thinking about the incident and then kind of reflecting on it.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of came to the conclusion that it wasn't the reality of how I was feeling, and that the reality was that they were being kind.
Hmm.
So, it kind of just drew
Hmm.
more conclusion to the fact that I just sometimes interpret things wrong.
Okay.
So I just need to be aware of that.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. Okay, yeah. So maybe feeling like you have an idea of one thing and your parents have an idea of one thing, and just being able to come almost to a happy medium in a sense.
mhm.
And I appreciate you telling me that. But what? Let me ask you, what are your goals? Long term, moving forward, after these sessions are over.
I think it's to be more aware of how I'm treating people, how people are treating me. Like I said, reality and fiction, what's
Hmm.
actually happening.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I know that we talked about the ABC model and being able to take an event, think about that event, process that event, and then what you can do going forward, and understanding that it happens in everyday life, and that is
hmm
something that model you can certainly. It's a perfect example of just you know maybe not thinking 5 years ahead, but every situation that comes about, being able to you know in like get it into your system of this is what you want to do. So I think that we've came up with strategies like that, slowing down and really being able to understand everybody's perspective and point of view.
Yeah, I think it'll be super helpful for me in going through into the future, trying to analyze, I mean, it's going to be some work on my part analyzing
Mhm.
situations, but I think in the long run, eventually just becomes second nature and I can start doing it You know, in the back of my head, I still have some doubts about people, but I think I can continue to try to work forward to understanding the situation.
Absolutely. Understand that every situation is different and everybody may interpret situations different as well. But, controlling what you can and going from there. Okay. All right, Sarah. Well, I definitely appreciate you coming in and working with us here to maybe understanding that you may feel like you have a sense of paranoia that you would like to limit, and we were able to, to each week um, do better and moving forward. All right.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your help.
All right. Thank you. Take care of yourself. All right.
All right.
All right.